either
So can you
one.
quote the constitutional phrase inodaro?
No, no. Let me
Because
show you.
Lion
I
King, let us
never, I
avoid
no,
that,
never.
no,
please. Let
Lion
us avoid that because we will be
Either,
rebutting.
what we are saying
Let
is
us
very
avoid that.
important. I'm learning a
either.
lot. It's very Titauri zviri
Right. Lion King, you were not on the space when I mentioned to the people that I'm not allowing people to be doing that. And let us allow the people to submit. I do know that people say a lot of false information and it triggers you to want to correct them. Or people say a lot of information you don't know and you decide you know, or whatever the case might be, and you get triggered. And that is fair enough, guys, but I want you to just respect the fact that the person is submitting, and when they are done, you have the opportunity to respond to them, so that we hear what they say. Let them lie. Okay, we are listening, and we are going to respond, right? So, Daraji, continue lying to us then, and then we are going to respond. That's fine. Go ahead.
Muted. Thank you. Okay. So here are the qualifications for one to be considered a hero. Either you have liberation struggle credentials, the individual must have played a significant role in Zimbabwe's liberation struggle, either as a combatant or any other supporting role. Also, one would have contributed to Zimbabwe's independence. The person must have made a significant contribution to the country's independence and sovereignty. You also can be considered a hero if you have had exceptional services. The person will have been deemed to have provided exceptional services to the nation in various fields. So it makes it in various fields, in politics, in military, or in social services. Also, there is presidential approval. The president of Zimbabwe can typically approve burial at the National Heroes Acre, often based on recommendations from relevant authorities. So somebody was talking about Oliver Mtukudzi. Certainly it can be granted either under exceptional services or presidential achievement. Also, someone can be selected by the Heroes Committee. What criteria they use, it's all in the statute. By the way, these are things that are from the statute. I'm just giving you from the statute. So whether it's the statute is lying or not, people can rebut in whatever way they want. So the fact that Gata might have done this wrong or done that right or so, there are some people, if you can see the criteria or rather the circumstances under which somebody can be chosen to be a national hero, Gata qualifies. Maybe it is the president who did that, maybe it's not, maybe it is exceptional services. I don't know, but that is how somebody can be. So to me, it's not an issue. The issue is on what Geza Comrade Bombshell did today. When Comrade Geza talked about Zigananda, we might not have participated in the war of liberation, but we knew very well, and we have known over time that if someone is deemed pasi naye, muniye atonyura, ukanzi pasi newe watonyura. Pasi is not a generic term, it's specific. Pasi watonyura, kana zvikanzi Zigananda zvataurwa na Vice President Comrade Constantino Chiwenga, he was referring to people that he knows, who he might not have said in public. Yes, as a politician, unogona kuofficiate pa wedding or any pamafaro before. But these things that we are talking about are things that happened or zvekuti pasi zvaitika after the weddings and other things. Now, Zigananda ndiani? We had Tega, zvisingadi ZAC, zvisingadi police, but zvinoda the person at the top, the president, kuti sanction such things. Tagwirei muchishona zvinonzi kuzeza chatikwata hunge uine katurike. Tagwirei ane zvavo hatizvizivi. I don't even want to know zviri kuitika muZANU-PF, but iye ega ndiye akauya achizviti Zigananda. And the other speaker talked about the caption ya Wikina achizviti Zigananda as well. Now let me look at Tagwirei. Tagwirei the other day said he admitted he personally kuti he himself is a tenderpreneur. Maybe a little education or he doesn't conceive the actual meaning of entrepreneur, because to me it is a definition of a looter. Because unofanirwa kunge une ma-connection ku-government, unofanirwa kumanipulate ma-systems and things like that. That is what you'd get in an ordinary, in Oxford English dictionary. They will tell you that. It is never anything that glorifies proper entrepreneurship. Now, let me
All
just
right,
run a
prepare
little
to
bit.
land, Ndaraji.
Sorry, I wanted to explain panobuda entrepreneurship, pachizobuda ugananda. Pa dema power plant. Dema power plant tender yakawinwa ne-ARP, company inonzi ARP. But Office of the President and Cabinet vakauya vakati, this company, in a security risk to the country. Ndobva vadeedza Sakunda yaTagwirei isina kubhidha. These things are documented and they are in the public domain. Isina kubhidha ndobva yaawardwa tender yanga yapuwa ARP. Even nekuti vakanga vasingazivi isiri field yavo, vakambva vatora company yakanga yaluza kuti ivabatsire. Asi akaenda this time akabatana nemukwasha waMugabe ainzi Derek Chikore, mukoma waSimba Chikore. Hapana zvavakaita kudemba up to now. And this was a short-hand contract nekuti diesel raiuya ipapa raive richiunzwa naTagwirei, saka aita double dip apa akapuwa tax break ye 42%. Munoziva kuti fuel weight is the highest in the region. Iye akanga achipuwa that inowaniwa 52 cents or whatever. I was calculating kuti ukaita 200 million liters per month, which is about roughly our consumption as industry and vehicles. You make 90 million per. This is without putting your own markup. Nekuti Sakunda, Tagwirei kune Sakunda yakavhara ikatengesera Puma. Saka haasisina vashandi. Vashandi vakunenziyo fossil construction. But anyway, in a little of scandals. Tagwirei pakomanda agriculture yakapuwa 1.2, 1.3 billion. Yekungo manager command agriculture asina zvimwe zvaari kuita ari muoffice make. Akapuwa 3 billion kuma treasury bills. Ndobva apropa macompanies ake. Akaita currency manipulation ndana Tagwirei vaiita neaccess yekuma auction floors enhingi iyayi. Vakazopuwa futi 1.9 billion yakapuwa kuvimba. Yatengeserwa mamaini anga ainayo. Saka tinazvo zvakanyatsonyorwa pasi. This is proven. Handisi ndakazvinyora. Zviripo iwo ukangogoogle unongozviwana uchizviverenga zvakadaro. Tinomuti Zigananda tenderpreneur nekuda kwedema. Zvakangofanana naWikinel ende zvaipresidwa over Gata. Asi Gata hachiti iye ari kuramba. Ndinolenda hangu nekuti handina time yakanyanya. Ndokutendai mahost, ndokutendai vateereri. These things that I'm saying is factual. Hazvisi hearsay kana zvekunzwa. Thank you.
Thank you very much for that. And can we have General Munemo, please, to take the mic?
Thank you very much. Right. Inini handisi kunyanya kutaura hangu zvakawanda. Ndoda kukomenda zvataurwa navageza nezvimwewo zvandanga ndichinzwa zvichikomendwa naSalani, especially panyaya yaNelson Chamisa, my president. Right, chekutanga ndoda kuti nditange ndati panyaya yezvigananda yaitaurwa na Emerson Mnangagwa. Ini ndinoona sekuti pane feki iripo pakuitwa kwakaitwa na Emerson achiti pasine zvigananda. Zvinonzi kana unoda kuti ufadze mutengi wedoro unomuridzira redhiyo unakidzwa kuti arambe achitenga doro. Saka Emerson paakati pasine zvigananda anoziva kuti Chiwenga ndiye akatanga nyaya yezvigananda iyi. Saka anyatsoona kuti panapa kuti ndifadze vanhu ava regai ndingoita pasine zvigananda. But chokwadi chaicho ndechekuti anonyatsoziva kuti zanu yake iyoyo ZANU-PF yese chigananda chakangodaro ichocho, nekuti ndokuno manufacturwa umbavha hwese hwasvitsa nyika pairi apa. Ndo chigananda chihombe chacho ichocho, zanu yacho yese zvayo, nekuti hakuna anogara muZANU-PF chaizvo asina ugananda maari. Right, ndo chekutanga. Chechipiri ndakutaura nyaya yavageza. Vageza kutaura kwavo hapana chitsva pane zvavanga vachitaura. Munhu ari kungodzokorora zvinhu zvimwe chete nazvimwe chete achitenda vamwe vake zvavari kuita pane zvaari kuchemera. Nekuti Geza is ZANU-PF, zvese zvavari kuita it's ZANU-PF. Hapana paizoita kuti revolution yake inzi ndeye vanhu kana kuti movement yake inzi ndeye vanhu. That movement
General
is
Mnemo.
Hello?
General Mnemo, please don't lose your train of thought. I think that is a very important point, because there is a time in his submission today when Comrade Geza said that he can see that President ED is kind of starting to realize that the Ziganandas are not good people. And he urges him to come back to the fold and join his comrades. So and join his comrades, those who fought in the liberation struggle. And then he never talked about why then did the president on the following day, immediately after saying Pasine Zigananda, the following day he was seen in the company of Whitney Chivayo going to Sydney Gata's house. Surely that is very confusing for everybody. Is the slogan becoming meaningless in ZANU-PF and government today? What do you think?
Yes, it's meaningless because bottom line, ZANU-PF as a whole, it's a chigananda. That's the bottom line. Because if you listen, Emerson was chanting that slogan. Slogan yaingoitwa yakatangwa na General Chiwenga. So dai kuri kunzi ari serious kutaura kuno kuti ngadai tatoona vacho vari kupomerwa kunzi imbavha vakatosungwa voinvestigatewa ugananda hwacho nyika yese ichiona. Ndo zvinotaura kuti president ari serious pakuita kwake. Saka hapana chokwadi chiripo paaita slogan iyoyo. Hapana chiripo, because just the same zvakangoitwa vana Priska Mufumira, vana Ignatius Chombo vanosungwa vovharirwa uko. Handitika vavharirwa uko, hapana chinotongwa ipapo, mozongonzwa kunzi munhu abuda. Saka hakuna seriousness iriko. The whole system is chigananda. Hakuna chinochinja iko kuya because vese zvigananda. Who got the guard? If I want to ask, who got the guard? Nothing. So nyaya iripo ndeyekuti as Zimbabweans we need to understand one thing. Chigananda is ZANU-PF. Then Geza is just a factional iri kungopropela zvinhu zvayagara ichingotaura. Saka my last submission yangu ndeye pane zvanga zvichitaurwa na Salani uyo.
Andonzi boss Salani shamwari. Salani wakambomuona kupi wakambosangana neni.
Alright, boss.
Iwe zvaunonzi general une accreditation here.
All right,
Zvaunonzi
that's fine.
general
All
une
right, that's fine. That's
accreditation.
okay. All right. That's okay now. General Monemo, thank you very much. We need to there are so many other people requesting. We need to bring them up. So we are moving with the speakers. So we reshuffle the speakers. Hot seat, please continue. No interjections. We want to hear what the speakers have to say. Go ahead, hot seat.
Thank you very much. We have Deontay. Deontay? Deontay, are you there? All right. All right. Okay. It doesn't seem like he's there. So I think we can try and do the rebuttals now, Hulu, and then we move on. So Barcelona, we're gonna have Barcelona. Is Lion King still here? Okay, he's not there. Right. Okay. So Barcelona, you can rebut for now.
Thank you so much, Hot Seat. My first rebut is with regards to what was. I won't mention names because obviously we all know when people mention names, someone wants to come back and whatever, and they think it's personal. I'm dealing with their submissions. When it comes to the burial issue, it's not just about those who fought in the liberation struggle alone. If you've got a father or a mother or relatives who were war veterans, there are procedures. There are things that you can do where you can find out or make sure that they get recognition for their contribution. If it is a provincial hero sort of status that you want them to acquire, or if they decide that it's a provincial hero, it does not belittle you just because awunakuenda ku hero's acre. You're still a hero. You can be in your provincial area. You can be regarded and given the accreditation that is due to you. But you have to go through the procedures and you have to look into that. There are a lot of families perhaps who don't know this and they may think that it's just about all the presidents decide. You also have got a right to look into it because they've got records. They know who their heroes are. They know those who fought in the liberation struggle and who are supposed to get this accreditation. But a lot of times it might be a situation where you think that it'll just be dished out to you just because your relative fought in the war and then voila, it's going to happen. There are certain players like this Veve Zesava. Of course, they're known because of the position they held, but it doesn't in any shape or form belittle the contributions that your relatives would have done. And it's paramount and important for you guys to look into this. If you feel that in some way, somehow, the government has not respected it, no one should make you think that the president is the one who makes that decision. There are protocols, there are ways in which you can look into it. And another thing I wanted to say, because there was a statement about you have to have fought in the liberation struggle. That's a lie. It's not everyone. Anam Tukudzi, they didn't fight in the liberation struggle. Those who are holding offices on a national level or contributed to national things like ZESA and other things, they were never perhaps in the liberation struggle. But because they are, can you someone mute their mic? Do not interrupt me, please, because you really annoy me. Mute your mic right now. If you have a situation where something like that has happened, of course, the president or they can make a decision like that, a national decision. But we've also had situations where it's about service. If you're served, maybe that's where Anam Tugudzi would come through because of their service for the nation. You also even have, if you were to look at it, Hulu, there are even vamwe diplomats chaiwo vanenge vachirepresenta Zimbabwe on a national level. Vasina kana kutombotesta chinhu chinonzi hondo. But because of their service, serving Zimbabwe on a national level, they do get that. And you can see many of them, I won't mention names, are actually getting buried ku Heroes Acre. So please, I think some people need to get more knowledge or maybe finish eating the food that they're eating before they speak on such things because they definitely
No, no,
do
no,
not
no. Don't do
understand
that.
it.
Don't do that. Don't
And
do that.
then
Don't do that.
andinakuita insult tanzima
No,
shit
no, 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 no.
panapa
Don't do that. Don't do that,
tanzima
please.
shit panapa inini I'm talking about food. What have I done wrong?
No, no, no,
What
no.
have I done
No,
wrong?
no, no. We need
What
to
have I
have
done
a
wrong?
civil discussion, and you need to stop that.
But what have I done
Yeah.
wrong?
Okay.
Did I call people my shit?
You can now submit and complete. I need to move with the speakers. Okay.
The next statement I'll say is that when we're looking at this whole situation, of course, there'll be those who come and say, oh, I support this guy or that guy, whatever it is that you do support. At the end of the day, Geza has got a right to do what he's doing. And I've always made that clear. Every Zimbabwean has got a right. Open your movements, guys. Kana ukada kuvhura movement inonzi makatunu for Zimbabwe. Vura. It's about what you're standing for. It's about what you're trying to do. And what I'm seeing, because people come here and say, ZANU-PF is like this. Don't just end there, because when you say ZANU-PF is like this, they're corrupt, they're whatever. Vanouraya vari kuraya nyika, vanoba. Don't forget even the ones you support who are in opposition, because who is governing in the councils right now in Zimbabwe? Is it not opposition? Are they not stealing a lot? Look at the Harare City Council. What's happening there? How much has been stolen? Is that ZANU-PF? No, it's not. That is opposition. That is all you. So I've always said this before. When you're critiquing something, if you say something is wrong, let it be wrong for everyone. Don't be selective, because at the end of the day, you'll find that you're no better than what you're actually pointing fingers to, because the rest of the fingers will be pointing right back at you. I'll end there for now.
Thank you very much for that. We want to go to Prophet Masibaba, but before we go to him, Temptation, do you have anything to say?
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Temptation Wadzoga. Hiya.
Bosolani, it's getting annoying. Any other mistake now, I'm dropping Bosolani, and you must know when I mean that it is me that would have dropped you.
No. It's okay. But when Best did it, you were okay with that.
No.
I don't
I
mind.
told him also.
I don't
I
mind.
told
I
him as
called
well.
you out when you
No,
allowed
I told
Best,
him as
but
well
because
that he
it's
must not
me,
do that.
you want to
No,
drop
I'm
me.
saying.
It's all good.
No, I'm saying I told him as well that he must not do that.
You only told him because I said it. And now you want to drop
Okay,
me,
maybe
and
that is
you've
what
kept
you
him.
think. Maybe that is what you think. Okay, but that is your opinion, Bosolani. So,
And you didn't
sister,
even say
okay,
it was
that's enough.
annoying when
That's
Best
enough.
did it.
That's
That's the
enough now.
interesting thing.
That's enough. That's enough. Thank you. Sister Temptations, go ahead.
Pachi pamwe. Zvedrama ndombozvida here maswera sei? Panyaya iri kutaurwa nyaya yeHeroes Acre, yekuviga vanhu kuHeroes Acre, kune nyika dzakaringana dzine utongi hwejekerere. Kana anonzi marabha uya aiva nekodzero yekuiswa kuHeroes Acre, zvichienderana nekuti chii chaunosevha best. It's only in Zimbabwe kwatinoudzwa, kwatakakura tichidzidziswa chete kuti mawar vets ndoanoiswa kuHeroes Acre, ndo maheroes nemaheroine chete. But chinonzi hero kana kuti aheroine zvinoenderana nekuti what do you serve best. Munhu wese ane right yekuenda ipapo, but it's unfortunately muZimbabwe munoiswa vakarwa hondo chete, ende izvi zvinoitwa negovernment yemuZimbabwe chete, because those are the only people vanoaprova kuti munhu anokodzerere kuvigwa kana kuti aiwa. Chechitu, why tichigara tichingopointa kuti ZANU-PF mauraya nyika maita sei madai. It's because they are affecting my citizens, because it's the government iri kurana nyika. We cannot compare a ruling party ne opposition yakaitwa incapacitated ne the same ruling party. Azvidetsere kuti tirambe like ipapa. Let me give you this example. We cannot blame opposition in anything chekuita negovernment muZimbabwe, nekuti tikatarisa mafume akatanga ari kuopposition, akapinda basa nekadhi reopposition, and then apinda mukati ndobva azochinja amuZANU-PF. Saka awe kwaShabangu here ameno, kana kuti kwa anonzani mumwe wacho, mumwe weopposition, kwana Dhagi zvichienda mberi. Saka there's no need yekuti tine problem yekuappointa ma-individuals like saying, hey, Chamisa, why he's quiet? Chamisa, why he's not doing this? And the opposition. It's only in Zimbabwe where we are being taught kuti opposition zvinoreva kuti Chamisa. No. Tese trima opposition. Inini, I'm an opposition. Nemumwe is an opposition. Let's stop this thing yeku blame munhu one nemunhu one. Kuita kunge vanhu vane personal grudges. He is quiet and he had been quiet. He was quiet. But hey, people are still saying, hey, Chamisa this, Chamisa that, Chamisa there, Chamisa who, Chamisa is. Azvina basa ngati focusei. Let's focus nezanu PF because ndo iri kurula. I think ipapo ndinenge ndapedza hangu kutaura.
Thank you very much. Hulu, I don't know if you want to introduce Prophet Mazbaba.
It's fine. It's fine. We can move with the speakers. I'm in hot seat. Jamin, welcome to the space as well. And I think you have been listening to the submission by, Comrade Blessed Egeza. For those who are just joining us again, thank you for joining me, Hulu at Pechiso Life, and thank you for joining the Hot Seat Empire. As I spoke about those who smile in public but plunder in private. Comrade Geza thanked the VP Chiwenga, Valerius Vanda, and the Muchangwas for joining what he called the people, and urged President Idi Mnangagwa to do the same. He also spoke about the JOC, which is the Joint Operational Command, as well as the Zimbabwe Anti-Corruption Commission, to say now that the president has said Pasine Zigananda, it means they now have a duty to arrest Aguirre, to arrest Tungwarara, to arrest Wiknu Chivayo. But then we just saw Week Nil the day after the president had said Pasinesi Gananda walking with the president, to the house of, Sydney Garter. What is your take, fellow Zimbabweans? We are asking the question. So, Jarman, go ahead.
It's a total farce. Total farce. What Emerson has done.
Jarman, I can hardly hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, there we go. Go ahead.
Yeah. So it's a total farce, Hulu. It's a total farce. Okay. Basically, Emerson, coming out the way that he has come out, is making a mockery of what General Chiwenga has said, and it's quite sad, really, because we're at a point in our time as a country now that we are ruled by Zigananda. There's no doubt about it. We all know it. The word is going around. It's become a very popular word. We all know what they're about. We all know that they move in unscrupulous ways, so to speak, and it's so demoralizing to know that these people have freedom to speak the way they speak about Bachuenga. It's not good. It's not good. He is leading the way. He's leading the path. We've got Comrade Geza, who is there also, speaking out about it, speaking out about these people who are suffocating our country. They are expropriating funds. They are involved in all sorts of criminal activity to build the likes of Trababalas fucking interchange. Do you know what I mean? They're using it all. They're using their wealth that they steal from the citizens of Zimbabwe and making out like they are the heroes of Zimbabwe. And it's sad, and we've got to a point where we have the likes of Comrade Geza, who are speaking out and saying the right thing, but there's very, in the beginning everyone was like cheering him on. We had 260,000 views on the first video. We had 100,000 views on the second video. We had 60,000 views on the third video. We had 20,000 views on the fourth video. Do you know, we actually weak as a people. We are so weak as a people that we cannot control what our own destiny. It's so fucking sad, because you got the likes of everybody on here, you know, that are speaking. We
Yeah,
got Bosilani.
Jamin, just to I mean, in terms of language, we just want to keep it at the nicest, so that I mean, no
No,
one
don't,
gets offended, right?
Hulu, don't worry about me. Everybody knows I've got a foul mouth, and I'll try my best to keep it low key. Okay, I'll try my best. But everyone knows Jaman will say whatever the hell he wants to say, and that's why I'm here. I'm here to say what I want to say, and we are not angry enough. We are not able to accept people like me who will say whatever the hell they want to say. And I could have said fuck there, but we must accept people to say what they want to say. Hulu, don't censor us. Don't censor us, because even if you go onto the live, comrade blessed, the live that he did today, he said fuck Zigananda. He said that on his thing. So you can't censor me for saying that, because he said it himself. And we are here to speak up and move forward, because what is transpiring in Zimbabwe at this particular point in our lifetime is not right. And yeah, we need to be very direct.
So to be clear, Jamin, in terms of the president saying "Passionate Ganada," do you consider that as a joke?
It's not a joke. He is trying to humiliate comrade he's trying to humiliate comrade Chiwenga. He's making a joke out of it. Yes, he is making a joke out of it. He's not portraying it what it should be.
And
It is.
then just briefly, in terms of VP Chiwenga himself, consistently coming with the same message of saying, he's going to be dealing with the time is coming for those who are these Ganandas to face the music. In fact, according to his very words, there's a time when he said, "You shall be punished 3 times over." Do you get encouraged by such words?
I would have liked for him to say 10 times over. Actually, 3 times over is only a third of what it should have, of what the impact should have been. It should have been 10 times over, because these are the people that are ruining our livelihoods, our people, not only us in the diaspora, but the people that are living in Zimbabwe, who feel the full wrath of that nonsense.
All right. Thank you very much for that. Let us hear what others have to say.
Thank you, sir.
Because we are all in conversation. So, fake Dr. Nika, what a name. Fake Dr. Nika. Welcome to the space. What is your take? Do you think that the president is making a joke out of what VP Chiwenga started? And do you get the sense that VP Chiwenga is on the right trajectory by remaining consistent to his words of warning this briefcase businessman? We have Justice Mahoney here. He says, and he suggested, I hope I'm quoting him right, he's suggesting that VP Chiwenga, when he says that he's against the Ganandes, is not referring to Wick Nushivayo, because Wick Nushivayo was there at his wedding. He's not referring to Kudata Gwire, because Kudata Gwire was with him during the Command Agriculture. So, do you think that is true? Fake Dr. Nika?
Yeah, thanks, Hulu. You've asked a number of questions there, and my simple answer to that is Zimbabwe did not go into a mess from 2017. Zimbabwe has always been in a mess from before independence to today. All the leadership that we have had since then has been part of this mess that we know. When these guys came in back into the country, 1980s, 20-year-olds, they inherited an economy that was doable. They inherited resources, infrastructure that was workable on. And they formed a gang, a band of thieves surrounding themselves, and they themselves were the Ziganandas from that time until now. So for Gouveia Chiwenga and Dambudzo, what is it? Dambudzo Marechero, Dambudzo Munangagwa, to stand in our midst and strut about past. ZANU-PF has been saying slogans for years. Now, when they say slogans, you have to listen very carefully. Some of their slogans are part of the drama, part of the repeat of what the general populace is saying. They catch on what the people are saying and say it. And then we say, they are saying the right things. They are hitting the right notes. These are part of the same criminal gang. When they appear to you, they appear as good cop and bad cop. This is how they organize themselves. And this is how these guys have been survivalists from 1980 to today. This is how they have survived all the mess that they have created over the years. Because they will create fictional characters who can fix your problems, like Chiwenga. And then have a villain like Mnangagwa on the same side. So they will juxtapose those two. And then you think, something is going to happen. It gives you hope.
Fake Dr.
Chiwenga
Nyika.
has been
Fake Dr.
saying,
Nyika, sorry, don't lose your train of thought. You are speaking to an audience. And that point, we may need to just understand it better. Are you suggesting that ZANU-PF is being deliberate in terms of having and on one side VP Chiwenga consistently condemning the Gananders, and on the other side it appears as if the president is in the word that is usually used by the Herald, hobnobbing with the same Gananders. Are you saying that it is a strategy being perpetrated, or let me rather say, sorry, used by ZANU PF in order to hoodwink, or that word by Tinoma Chakaire, hoodwink the people? Is it what you're saying?
I'm glad you are listening. That's exactly what I said. So you were following what I said. So I'm not losing my train of thoughts. I'm just trying to trace from where we started. That this did not start recently. This is how ZANU-PF has survived in our midst with our help, because we help them push the drama, and we help them push their messages, their false messages of hope, which they always give us, and then nothing ever happens. Nyaya yezvigananda, nyaya yembavha haina kutanga nhasi. We have had so many scandals in Zimbabwe. They have been documented, and some of you post them my platforms. Muchiposta kuti gore rakati kwakaitika zvakati, gore rakati kwakaitika zvakati, and ZANU-PF has always been there. These guys can't solve our problems. The message still remains: ZANU-PF in its entirety must go. They can't solve these problems. They have given themselves so many opportunities to be in power since 1980, and they have failed to solve this problem. All of them are knee-deep into these corruption practices. No one wants to leave power. No one wants to victimize the other, because they know they will, as soon as they do that, then there's going to be mayhem. So They are part of the same thing, and they just need to go as a bunch. This is what needs to happen. This Geza thing that we are being, entertained with. When it started, I was one of the people who said we are going to get to the end of this year without any solution coming from that Geza fictional Geza fictional person you are following, because it's part of ZANU-PF's strategy to keep you entertained while you don't focus on the main thing that is bedeviling us in Zimbabwe, that we
All
are
right.
still in a cool situation.
All
So
right.
all these dramas that you get to hear about is part and parcel of ZANU-PF's time buying strategies, which will get us to 2028 or 2030. You go
All
entertained
right.
like this. This is what they've always done. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, Faith, Dr. Nika. You may go to the listener so we can be able to bring up others as we reshuffle hot seat. Empire, we need to have Baba Juju now, and we are going to have uh, Justice Mahoney, and then we are going to have Best, right, in that order. So Baba Juju, Justice Mahoney, and I said Best, right? And then Sister Temptations, I see you. And please mute your mic for now. We will be bringing you up shortly, Sister Temptations, for rebuttal. No problem. Hot shit?
All right, thank you, Hulu.
No, I don't want to rebut. I'm no longer interested in rebutting.
All right, no worries. Okay, that's all
All
right.
right, that's
Baba
fine.
Juju, you may go ahead.
Yes. Why I say I've been wanting to rebut something that caught my interest. That I'm Koma justice and ndafara kuti mavati varikuya next, right? From what justice said, if I can recollect, he said that Dr. Chiwenga was the army commander during command agriculture. First point. Then the second point, he said that Dr. Chiwenga vanotamba na weeknel vanozana na weeknel hamene example yapa
It
hameno
was the
ndakanganwa.
wedding. Week
So ini mubvunzo
Notifier
wangu
appeared at the wedding of General Chiwenga. So he was saying that when he refers to the Ziganandas, he's most likely not, referring to Tagwere or Wicknell, because those have been in association with him. Go ahead.
Exactly. Thank you. In association. So in any, I've got one question to Justice. Justice Chiwenga Chigananda here. Simple.
All right, thank you very much. Okay, so Justice, you can go ahead.
I don't have any rebuttal. I don't know if he's Zigananda or not. Thank you.
I don't know. Okay, let me say something again, right? Aramba kutaura. Saka urikuti zvoni Chiwenga is an association nevanhu vanonzi Zigananda. Then you're saying Chiwenga wacho is not a Chigananda because I was here. Okay. Got it fully. Then I want to ask something. The word Chigananda. Isusu urikuona iye weakness pachake akuritora like this second nature. He's admitting that he's a Chigananda. Then Tagwire ari kuzviti zvoni anzi tender preneur amen or something. They are even proud of those titles, and those are the same people vari kuti zvoni vari associate na Dr. Chiwenga. So now ndakushaya kuti Chiwenga wacho how can he attack people are supposedly in association with it? Doesn't make sense. Then also talking about Gata, pane nyaya yebheriwa yaGata. Tingawanzi nyaya Gata is not a national hero. He doesn't deserve the honor of being a national hero.
Mbava.
Ndakudzokera hangu kuma listeners. Thank you so much, Hulu. I enjoy your space. Then one last thing. Hulu tokumbiro at the Otalosi or Daniel or anyone who knows the new movement but space to also discuss. Or Chamisa Wacho. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much for your submission. So we're just going to go. So, Justice, you don't want to have any, you have nothing to say before we go to Best?
Sorry.
No, no, it's okay. I'm okay.
All right,
Thank you.
thank you very much.
Sorry, why
Best?
people are saying sorry, Hot? Why people are saying Hulu?
Sorry, what do you mean? Why people are saying Hulu? Sorry.
I heard people are saying, hey, sorry, Hulu. What's it?
Hulu is the name of the host.
Okay. Oh, now I see.
All right.
Oh,
Thank you. Okay. Best.
Yeah, thank you. I think this is gonna be my last submissions before, like, boss Alani go around in the go around in circles. Right. Number one, I want to rebut, like, one of speakers spoke about heroes, acres, heroes. Mugabe himself. Mugabe himself was not buried as heroes acre. Why? Then number two, Jairus Giri. Jairus Giri was supposed to be buried at Heroes Acres. So this notion of saying heroes is for this Zambia and stuff like that, it is just a matter of, like, what you call, like, kusaziva, kusaziva. Then to tell some Mukadota was supposed to be a hero of Mukadota. If unozi Mukadota, even over mtukuzi wacho pachi zvake akaimba song inozi Mukadota should be a national hero. Mukadota.
right, best. I think that also is a very important point to our audience. Let me get this right. I mean, and I want those who are on the speakers, guys, to also on these, right? In terms of when we have a president in the country and he's got friends, and those friends pass away, is it right for the president to recommend? Because remember, it is his prerogative, by the way, recommend that his friend be made a national hero. Look, it is possible that the president can do that, and the ones who are his subordinates will not have the power to say no. I mean, what sort of safeguards do you think need to be put in place to ensure that a national hero becomes a real national hero? Because Sidney Garter was responsible for displacing dozens of farmers in Manicaland, promising that he is clearing all that land to put up a solar
Can
plant.
I ask you a question? Ulu, can I just ask you a
Yeah,
quick question? Do you know how heroes were were chosen or declared in Kwaya Mugabe?
yeah. But I just wanted to make the point of the fact that Sidney Garter, he removed dozens of people from farms and promised that he's going to be putting a solar power plant. And he did nothing to that land. And that land had crops and everything. And all those crops wilted away, justice. And there's nothing happening 7 years on since he took over
Mbava.
that land. I'm asking, what sort of safeguards, do we need to put in place to ensure that we have real national heroes and no one is going to be complaining? Do you get what I mean?
Yeah, I hear you, Ulu. Let me submit my
Yeah.
my
So best
last
you can
last.
submit, and then we will have that
Yeah,
discussion with the other speakers. No problem. Go ahead.
yeah. Thank you. Yeah. Um. Right. Mugabe himself was the first president of Zimbabwe, and why was not he buried at Heroes Acres? Those are what you call, like, facts of like heroes. Then we look at even Idi. What when Idi died, in future we don't know when he's gonna die. Maybe you'll be surprised Idi is not gonna be buried at Heroes Acres. There's no guarantee on that one. I'll put my money on it. Jairus Giri himself, he did a lot of people for, a lot of things for people who are disabled, Zvirema and stuff like that. Everyone knows Jairus Giri. But he was just buried like that, like nobody. Mukadota, stuff like that. Then Tikatasa, Heroes Eka, Heroes itself is good, what you call professional and a national hero. I want to correct speakers who spoke before me. Um, a professional hero and a national hero, they're different. I remember this guy, Aimba Sunguro, Simon Chimbeto. He was declared a professional hero. I think he was buried somewhere in the Mashonaland area there. Those are difference of heroes. Moses Chunga, Tonga a national hero. But he to be buried in a hero's acre is up to the families. You know, a family can say, my father used to be buried in National Heroes Acre or buried to our traditional places where our fathers are buried. So it's an option. It's not a mandatory. I want to correct that one to speakers who vasina kunyatsokunzwisisa kuti what is a national hero. Right. Number, lastly, before I land, totarisa panapo totarisa dzinonzi Benjamin Murombo. Benjamin Murombo akanyora kuti ini ndinofaita hondo yevapambepfumi, asi vanhu vangu vari kufaitira rumwe roko vakaribata kuti riri pasi. You know, Blessed Geza is said about Zigananda and stuff like that. Zigananda personage. The pets, I think
Right.
I can go to listeners.
Okay, thank you very much, Hot Seat. I mean, we need new speakers, and I've sent you, I mean, their names in terms of we're gonna be running through with them. Those whose hands are up, guys, we're gonna be coming to you. And thank you again for those who have just joined us. It is about our people. It is about our country, and we are having a discussion. Those who are requesting, I see you. I'll be bringing you up as soon as we continue to do the reshuffling. Thank you for that. Right. So let me just go to Zip Justice. Zip Justice, thank you for joining us. I don't know how long you have been with us. I was broadcasting live the speech from Comrade Blessed Gaza. Did you hear it? And I mean, in your submission, what do you think about the fact that Comrade Gaza said the ZAC and the JOC have a responsibility now to arrest Aguirre, Wicknell, and Tungwarara? What do you say?
Yes, thank you, Mr. Hulu. I do agree with Gez that if we are saying, if we know very well that Aguirre, Wicknell, and all those other people, criminals, are surrounding the president, including the fact that the president himself is a criminal. I don't know if Joe and I don't know the other organization, if they have the power to do it. If the person who is presiding over the Ziganandas are the president himself. Yes, I heard ED the other day say Pasine Zigananda. He has been quiet all this time when all of us started speaking about Ziganandas and how they are running our economy down. What is it that is now triggering him to say Pasine Zigananda? Which makes us think that maybe anengato boekanake ne one of his Ziganandas, and he starts trying to appear as if he condemns them. What
Hot
surprised
Seat, can
me
you
is
still
that
hear Zim
after
Justice?
saying,
Okay, there we go. Zim Justice, I missed you.
yes. Okay, I said after ED condemned his Ziganandas, the following day he went to Gata's funeral with Wicknell Chilayo. We know that everybody knows that Wicknell Chilayo is a Zigananda. He himself even brags about him being a Zigananda. What message is he sending? He's trying to laugh in our faces. He's making a fool out of all the Zimbabweans to say you can say Zigananda, Pasine Zigananda, whichever way you want.
I am buddy. They are my protege. You know, so the problem that we have is we just need the ZANU-PF system gone. Full stop. Chiwenga can talk about Zigananda. What has he done? He is the VP of the country, isn't it? Why has he not pushed for Wikne Chivayo or Tagirei or Ana Sakupanya Vesevere? Why has he not pushed for them to be put in jail? He is the VP. He definitely has a degree of say. Is he not talking to his president as the VP of ED to say, let's do something about this? Saka ZANU-PF is just about, keeping themselves in power. It's a systemic thing, and one thing that they want is to stay in power by reshaping, redoing themselves, packaging themselves in a different way. We are not going to be hoodwinked by ZANU-PF to think that they will change. They will not change. Chiwenga has been with in ZANU-PF for 45 years since independence. What has he done to change the lives of people? Chiwenga has been a VP for 8 years. What has he done to change the trajectory of Zimbabwe? Saka, I don't trust them. And Uyu Geza, I think he's just paralyzed and powerless, because Chiwenga is not doing anything. The only time Chiwenga started to talk a lot about Ziganandas is when his position was now being threatened by Tagireni. This is about survival. It's not about him caring about people. Chiwenga does not care about people, just like ED does not care about people. I rest
Yeah,
my
so
case.
briefly, Zim Justice. We hear that President ED does not care, VP Chiwenga does not care, Geza is paralyzed, as you say. Who then cares?
Good question. I think the generality of Zimbabwe, they do care about what is happening. But here is the thing. Evil prevails when good men say nothing or do nothing.
All right.
When people, we have been saying something about evil, but we have not been doing anything. There is no system of oppression like apartheid, like slavery, like colonialism that will just go silently. They will never hand over power to you on a platter because it's working for them. So the sooner as Zimbabwean people, the sooner we realize that we need to take these people head on. Yes, a few of us might die. The more we will realize that, you know what, it's now time for us to fight for ourselves, whether the army is sent against us or whether the police is sent against us. We need to stand up. The 99% of people that are suffering in Zimbabwe, they need to stand up for themselves. Otherwise, ZANU-PF will continue to torment us, to terrorize us, to suppress and oppress us, whichever way they want, and plunder minerals and resources in Zimbabwe. We need to stand up for ourselves.
Right. As if justice is announcing that we need to stand up for ourselves, it is important for our audience to also know that Advocate Nelson Chamisa, I don't think he needs any introduction, has been announcing the soon to be we can say what to be with the movement of the people. A movement that is going to be based on the people, and others have been criticizing that and saying that you do not, in order to take power, you need a political party, because a political party is the one that is going to run in the elections. Yet others have said that elections without the necessary electoral reforms are meaningless, because we have had these before in Zimbabwe, and with no change at all. But how do we then reach a stage where we have those electoral reforms. And do you think people like Comrade Geza make any contribution to, to Zimbabwe, ending up having those electoral reforms and ending up having free